Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I'm back from holiday, so enough of the sun, enough of the fun. Welcome back to London. And yeah, it was a bit overcast today, but it was still quite warm, so still nice. I can still feel the summer. And talking about summer, I want to talk about 8 watches, specifically 8 Pagani designed watches that are super fun, ultra budget, and I think they fit into this summer setup, because really we don't want to spend out a lot of dosh. We'd rather go on holiday, and with some of the leftover dosh we might want to purchase something really cool, some chronographs, some automatics, some sweeping seconds hands, quartz. Yeah, we can do that with these 8 watches, and I'll be leaving the links to the listings of these in the description below the video, so do check them out if you're after some sharp prices. And now let's dive in and talk about these 8 Pagani design watches in detail. Let's do it. I'm a child of the 90s, the era of dial-up internet, Walkmans and Saturday morning cartoons. A time when adventure still felt tangible, when the ocean wasn't just a backdrop for an Instagram post, but a vast, untamed world waiting to be explored. I remember flipping through the pages of National Geographic, marveling at Jacques Cousteau and his deep-sea exploits. The grainy images of divers exploring lost shipwrecks, their wrists adorned with chunky, unapologetically utilitarian tool watches. Back then, dive watches weren't just accessories, they were instruments of discovery, rugged companions built to withstand the crushing depth of the unknown. And that's exactly what the Pagani Design PD1719 taps into. It's not just a watch, it's a tribute, an homage to the spirit of deep-sea adventure. A timepiece that doesn't ask for permission to be worn, but instead dares you to take it somewhere where it belongs. This watch right here pays respect to the Doxa Sub 300T, and it does it really well. Considering that the Doxa can be picked up for around the $1,900 mark, well, you get a date window. Here, there is no date window, but this watch then costs just $60. So again, we have a price difference of 30 times. Now, I'm not going to be comparing these two watches because you can't. That is the original, this is an homage, and that's it. It's a style watch that looks and feels the part and is paying tribute to the original. We get a much simpler movement here. Everything about this watch is different, but it's still so consistent with that old fairy tale of deep sea exploration. 300 meters of water resistance right here, a domed, boxed synthetic sapphire crystal, a fully stainless steel construction. I love the fact that we get a mix of brushed and polished surfaces on here. We get a screw and crown, we get a screw down case back, we get this beautiful rice bead style bracelet. Everything about this piece just sings out quality. A 2024 model in breathtaking sky blue, while the ceramic bezel insert is milky white. Note that our indices, main dial and sub-dial hands are also white. The clinical and austere cleanliness of this setup is surreal. Not only is the PD1701 a visually striking watch, it's a functional daily wearer with many strong points. For example, it features a boxy sapphire crystal, not too tall yet distinctive enough for a classy look. The piece is 100 meters water resistant, warranted by a screw and crown and a screw down case back. There's a milled and signed clasp with 3 micro adjustments. The watch is a complete stainless steel construct, both the 3-link bracelet and the case. The watch is powered by a hybrid quartz, the VK63, aka a mecha quartz movement, meaning the sweeping seconds hand set off by the chronograph function gets 0.2 seconds precision. With regards to the dimensions, we get a diameter of 42 mm, a lug-to-lug length of 48.5, a height of 14 mm due to the domed and boxy sapphire crystal, as well as a lug width of 20 mm, and the bracelet tapers down to 18 mm at the clasp. Gazing down at the watch is like viewing a spectacle of colors, refinement, and utter class action. The Moonswatch homage is striking up close or at a distance. The mixture of brushed and polished steel surfaces, the pastel blue of the dial complementing the milky white of the fixed chrono bezel, and the long hands all play part in this spectacle. A price of $70 is almost unbelievable for these looks. Looks are a critical factor for an accessory. Functionality is paramount for utility and purpose. Having both enclosed in a premium package of components results in a timepiece that will deliver value. The Pagani Design PD1767 is a penny boy homage, and it's clear as day because of that U-shaped midsection and of course that squarish stance as well. With this timepiece we get a 316L stainless steel case, a wide and meaty canvas strap with a side pin buckle. The slightly domed sapphire crystal is the perfect addition to soften the ruggedness of this diver. A side screw and crown and a screw-down exhibition case back allows for 200 meters of water resistance. The watch is powered by a self-winding automatic movement. With regards to the dimensions, we get a diameter of 41.5 millimeters. Well, this is actually the case width, considering it is a squarish case. The lug-to-lug length is 47.7 millimeters, a height of 14.3 millimeters, and a lug width of 22 millimeters. The weight of the watch on this canvas strap is 95 grams. The watch is very assertive and sporty. The wide stance of the squarish case design with the U-shaped midsection prominent and bold. The side flank is inscripted with the brand name, and the result is very interesting indeed. The 120 click steel bezel is decorated with 9 embossed steel pips and 3 luminous pips. The case is brushed throughout from the flanks to the arching down lug hoods. That lean and muscly flank with the PD inscription looks spectacular and sneakily reminds us of the engraved sporty luxury watches. The 1970s and 80s racing chronographs were more than just watches. They were a delectable mix of form, function and fun, capturing the essence of an era that dared to push boundaries and redefine what was possible. They are remembered for their daring aesthetics, a testament to a time when the world was racing towards the future, watch in hand, with boldness and a splash of color. And thus we come to face the Pagani Design PD1782. Now, in my opinion, this is objectively a beautiful watch, and what I particularly like about this piece is that it homages a lesser known watch, not a lesser known brand, but a watch, yes. So it actually pays tribute to the Bucherer Chronograph 9803. Now, of course, this is not an automatic, this is a VK63 Mega Quartz, yet it's new and it doesn't cost like the 50-year-old watch would. Because you can pick up that 9803 chronograph for around $3,000–$4,000 in decent condition. This one will set you back $80. You get a Mega Quartz chronograph movement here. We also get a stainless steel case and bracelet. What I love about the bracelet is that we actually get half links with a butterfly clasp. Quite unexpected and unusual for Pagani Design. We also get a screw and crown, a screw down case back. There's a lot to talk about with this watch. With regards to the dimensions, we've got a case width of 40 millimeters, a height of 12.8 millimeters due to the domed sapphire crystal, a lug-to-lug length of 47.2 millimeters, and a lug width of 20 millimeters. The bracelet tapers down to 18 at the clasp, and a weight of 140 grams without removing any links to fit my 6.5-inch wrist. Encased in stainless steel and crowned with sapphire crystal, this watch is the epitome of affordable luxury. It boasts a functional chronograph, not with any movement but with a Seiko Mega Quartz that bestows upon the seconds hand a balletic sweep, rivaling the fluid motion of its high-end automatic counterparts. The watch's pièce de résistance is undoubtedly the 4 Meteorite dial pattern, a poetic imitation of cosmic wonder that is as enchanting as it is unique. In a realm when the wrists of many are adorned with the fleeting whims of fashion watches, I dare to showcase a spectacle of budget sophistication. A Daytona homage that's poised to disrupt the status quo, yet it's an homage. Wearing this watch is not merely making a statement, it's embracing a philosophy, offering timeless appeal at a fraction of the cost. I'm introducing this watch as part of a series that redefines what a budget timepiece can be. Each unveiling is a testament to the brand's commitment to adding value, igniting a spark of anticipation, joy, and satisfaction with every new edition. And today, this homage is no different. It continues the legacy of the original in form and function, while presenting a visually stunning mimicry of Stardust itself. on the dial. Dimensions on the watch are 39.5mm diameter, a height of 12mm, and a lug-to-lug length of just 47mm, a lug width of 20mm. Considering the robust case size of just a smidge under 40mm, it's in line with market trends of diminishing diameters. The black rubber strap complements the black tachymeter bezel in a marked and sophisticated fashion. The sporty look tones down the luxurious aesthetics and the superior bling of the Meteorite dial. Having the cosmos and its extraterrestrial rock patterns on your wrist is a feature contrary to what you'll see on other watches. The stainless steel case is polished throughout, from the meaty flanks all the way to the curving down lugs. The edges across the case are smoothed and rounded. The transition bevels are well refined, conveying assertive design cues without the jarringly sharp corners. We all love bargains, especially when they're in the form of a sophisticated chronograph, homaging a popular Tissot model. This Pagani Design PD1761 chronograph watch has a few aces up its sleeve: a stainless steel case and bracelet, sapphire crystal with anti-reflective treatment, a functional chronograph with precision up to 0.2 seconds. The watch is powered by a Japanese mecha quartz, offering a sweeping seconds hand and a screw-down case back and crown. With regards to the dimensions, we get a diameter of 40mm, a height of 11.4mm, and a lug-to-lug of 50mm. The lug width here is 27mm at integration point because this is an integrated bracelet watch, but it tapers down to 20mm at the butterfly clasp. Without removing any links, we get 140 grams. Looking at the profile, we see two distinct layers: the case flank and the fixed bezel supporting the sapphire crystal. This watch is like a conservative suit, sits well, is strict and ready for business. The laterally brushed flank is flat and stretches from one lug to the other, almost in a straight line. At the lug tips, the flank wall falls off to cater for the downward sloped lug hoods. The watch has many angles and sloped facets, albeit reflections and light play is somewhat muted due to mostly brushed surfaces. The transition to the lug hoods from the flanks is done via a 45-degree bevel that stretches the full length of the flank. Well, let's take a look at the dimensions. The case width with the crown is 47.2mm. The diameter of the watch is 42mm when we look at the bezel. Lug to lug is 50.5mm, thickness is 13.6mm. The strap width is 24mm, so you do get quite a wide strap here. The weight is just under 99 grams with this nylon/genuine leather strap. If we look at the design of this watch, it's a very lean, muscular, even well sculpted watch. It's got a number of layers and we'll talk about it right now. When looking from the side of the crown, we see three distinctive layers of the watch. The bezel plastered on top. The case base is molded inversely like a basin, and the lugs creating an opposite direction effect to the underside. This will effectively hug your wrist closer. In regards to the crystal sitting on top of the dial, well, you get sapphire glass. That's pretty good. The slight downside is the fact that there is no anti-reflective coating on this crystal. And yet, you do get the reflections, but I will tell you, the play of the light on this dial actually looks kind of good. And because you do get these very thick and wide hands, especially the hour and the minutes, even though you don't have any anti-reflective coating, there is no problem with seeing the watch time even in direct sunlight. An emerald green dial on a chronograph. Not just any chrono, but one that homages an iconic timepiece. The inspiration is clearly the Speedmaster 57. The PD features plenty of useful and practical features that make this handsome timepiece not only a looker, but also a robust everyday wearer. Firstly, it's a real chronograph with a mecha quartz movement. Hence, not only is it precise to 0.2 seconds, but the seconds hand actually sweeps like an automatic across the dial. We get domed sapphire crystal, 100 meters of water resistance, signed and screw-down case back and crown. And significantly, the watch case and bracelet are solid 316L stainless steel. In regards to the dimensions of the watch, the diameter is just under 40 millimeters, specifically 39.8 millimeters. We get a lug-to-lug measurement of 49 millimeters due to the inverted end links, a height of 12.8 millimeters, a lug width of 20 millimeters at the lugs, tapering down to 18 at the butterfly clasp. Now the weight here was 155 grams before I've removed any links to fit my 6.5 inch wrist. And as you can see it on my wrist shot, well, there's no overhangs, thankfully to the inverted end links. And that bracelet, it really drapes the wrist nicely. As you glance down and to the side of the watch, we do notice the distinctive layering of the profile. The strict and flat flanks look bold yet lean, with a horizontal brush look from lug to lug. The lugs are actually quite tall here, yet they do curve downwards aggressively. The fall-off starts almost directly under the fixed tachymeter bezel. Under the crystal, we get the emerald green dial and 2 sub-dials. And because of that AR coating, which is quite good, we get clear visibility and legibility. Note the sunburst effect on the main dial as well as the symmetrical sunburst on the 2 submerged or sunken sub-dials. We get a chronograph 0 to 60 minute sub-dial at 9 o'clock and a 24-hour sub-dial at 3 o'clock. Personally, I think Pagani Design got a bit lazy here. The 3 o'clock sub-dial should ideally be a 1 to 12 hour chronograph counter. But at $50, my complaint is not too loud at all. So what did you think? Which ones are your favorites? Now, I think it's quite obvious that I do like the blue color, so there are quite a few blue dials out there. But nonetheless, did you enjoy the automatics, maybe the quartz, chronographs? What is it that you like most of these bunch? So let me know in the comments below, and also keep in mind that the affiliate links are also in the description below the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.